Hello, this is Namtro with Namtro Gaming. Today we'll be going over the gem Flame Surge and how to make it more effective for you. Flame Surge is kind of a unique skill in the sense that uh, it's the only fire spell that actually does not ignite the target, but it does have the special property of doing more damage against targets that are already ignited. And there's ways of making that work in your favor. One thing to note is Flame Surge is a fire spell area effect ability. That means any fire damage would affect the ability, any spell damage would affect the ability, any elemental damage will affect the ability, any area effect nodes would affect the ability, and cast speed, spell crit, all that good stuff will affect Flame Surge. The other thing to note is the spell itself is basically a cone that goes straight in front of you. Has a relatively fast cast time, and when I use it on a mob, it does some damage. But if you were to ignite them first, which is kind of hard to show it with this, but basically, if they're ignited first, you do more damage based on the ignition. Of course, this is kind of an overpowered Syrian Bond at the moment, but you kind of get the idea. Basically, it ends up doing more damage because they're ignited, and if this was leveled up a bit more, it'd indeed be doing that damage. One thing to note is it is not a projectile, so projectile gems in general will not work on it. The other thing as well is you could do increase area effect. Increase area effect would allow you to basically increase the area of the gem itself, basically making the area bigger so it's easier to hit more targets. And as you can see, the cone's actually fairly large. You could also do like added chaos, making it so the cone does more damage as chaos damage, which would actually be nice versus reflect. One thing that would actually be really good too is if you did shock, the added lightning with the additional shock chance from a quality added lightning. Quality added lightning would allow you to shock the enemies, making it so consecutive casts against that enemy would be doing more and more damage, which goes along with that 50% more damage, so you'd just be getting those multipliers decently high. Another thing to note too is cast speed and echo, so faster casting and echo would work great for this spell because it's a spell that you want to spam quite quickly, and yeah, cast speed is kind of a huge thing. You could also use like stuff like haste. Haste would allow you to cast it faster and doing even more damage with it. You could also, you could actually, you could scale it with crit. It has an okay crit chance, but the problem is the spell does not ignite. But if you were to use a 3 Dragons Mask with it, 3 Dragons Mask is a ability, or not ability, but rather an item that you can always, any of these items, you can always type them in, look them up on the Path of Exile wiki, and you're going to always end up finding exactly what you're looking for. So the 3 Dragons Mask is actually kind of nice too. It gives you all resists, only a little bit of evasion, energy shield, but gives you these special properties. Since your fire damage you're going to be doing isn't going to ignite, you're not really too worried about that. So it can't ignite, but it can shock, which is kind of interesting because the skill itself does not say anything about it not being able to shock. So spamming it faster and faster would allow you to basically get high shock chance with a Flame Surge. The Flame Surge can also be procced off of anything that makes them burn. So that means Righteous Fire, Syrian Bond, ignites from like a fireball or a discharge or a firestorm. Basically, anything that applies Ignite onto the target will make Flame Surge a viable option. Flame Trap is another popular choice with Flame Surge too, because it leaves that burning ground on the ground that Ignite, well, it counts as kind of Ignite on the target. So yeah, there's that. And the gem itself seems pretty strong. The quality gives it increased cast speed, and the mana cost seems to go up a decent amount. So, but yeah, hopefully this helped you with the skill Flame Surge and how to make it more effective for yourself. Otherwise, I think that's it for this video, and hopefully you have a good day.